When talking about internet performance, we usually talk about bandwidth and latency. Bandwidth is a measure of how much data can be carried by a connection over a period of time, and is usually measured by megabits per second, and if the connection is slow, kilobits per second, and on a high speed level, even gigabits or terabits per second. This is the stat that people use to measure how fast their internet is. Bandwidth is also the thing that is limited in the last mile problem, where internet is usually the slowest at the fringes of the network, like the connection between the ISP to the user. This is because the network from the ISP to the user is subpar compared to the core internet and uses infrastructure that wasn't meant to handle internet traffic, like copper phone wires and cable TV connections. Latency is the measure of how long it takes for a packet to reach its destination. This is limited by the speed of light. So theoretically, a packet could make it across the world in 50 milliseconds. But this is impractical as slowdowns occur every time a packet passes through a hop. An easy way to understand how network performance works is to visualize a road. If a road has lots of lanes, then it would be comparable to a high bandwidth connection, and a speed limit represents latency. A few examples would be satellite internet. And satellite internet would be like a town road that has 2 lanes and a slow speed limit, as it has low bandwidth and high latency. An LTE connection to a cell phone would have several lanes but a low speed limit, as internet to cell phones is usually high latency with a moderate bandwidth. But a fiber optic connection, like UB has, would be like an interstate. It has very high bandwidth and a close connection to the core internet, so it has low latency.